Hey, what is up, guys? So with Yoru, the new lurking duelist, being fully leaked in its entirety into Valorant, I was very timid when I heard that they were going to be adding a lurking duelist. I didn't know if I really liked the idea of having a duelist that was not supposed to be an entry frag agent, like someone like Raze, Phoenix, Reyna, someone like that. Now that I've actually seen all of the abilities, and I will preface this with some of this could change by the time that it actually gets released, but seeing all of these abilities really makes me interested on how this agent could be used, and I really want to learn how to master this agent. One of my favorite agents already is Omen, and with Yoru's teleport and his fake footsteps and his flashes, his two flashes, he is very similar to Omen without smokes. That's kind of the way that I see this agent, is kind of like a combination between Reyna and Omen. Obviously, Sky kind of seemed like a breach slash Sage combo with heals and multiple flashes. Well, this agent, to me at least, seems like a Omen and Reyna combo, if you were to look at agents that are already in the game. And I know that Riot already came out and said, don't be worried about this agent being too overpowered. Obviously, looking at his abilities, he's going to look really strong. And they said, just trust them and, give them time and then see what it's actually like in the game. Well, looking at his abilities here as they're playing in the background, I definitely see where this could be tuned down and not as powerful, but his footsteps in particular, I feel like, are one of the most powerful parts of his kit. Now, one very common thing that you are able to do currently in the Valorant meta is essentially fake a site, where your team goes and pushes towards, say, a site, they make noise, and they make it look like an A push, and then they fake rotate to B site, right? They all run away, and then once they've started to run away, then they walk back. And that can help rotate the defenders to the other site, making it an easier push back onto that original site that you were pushing. Well, with this agent, you can essentially do this without needing your full team to do this, right? You can make it look like you're rotating, or make it look like you're not rotating and push these footsteps towards site without the other team realizing what's going on. If you have your teammates walking while these footsteps are going in the opposite direction, you can really sell a rotate or sell a fake a lot better than you would usually be able to think that you could. Imagine here for a second that 4 of your teammates are pushing one site, and you're able to have your Yoru use his footsteps into a site. Obviously, they can, if the enemy sees the footsteps, then that ruins the fake. But you could put them around the site, then use his flashes into site to really sell that fake. The other team's going to start to try to rotate towards that site, thinking that that's where you're pushing, and you could have your other team pushing the other site. So there's a lot, and I mean a lot of different things that you could do with this agent that I'm really excited to see. Now, his Q ability, his ultimate ability, this invulnerability, the same way that Reyna has, I don't see as that powerful as an ult at the very moment, except for post-plant scenarios. I could see, with how long his Q ability lasts, this being really powerful if you're in like a 1v1 scenario trying to defend the spike. If you are getting pushed, the enemy is having to defuse the spike, and you're being pushed for that 1v1, you could easily just Q without getting a kill, right? Because unlike Reyna's invulnerability with her ult, you have to get a kill. With this, you don't have to get a kill. You can just pop it whenever. There's a slight delay when you click it for it to actually activate. But you can just hit this and be invulnerable and kind of run away from any gunfight. You could use this for a Raze ult coming towards you, or any agent, any enemy who's trying to play really aggressive onto you. You can use this defensively, and you could also use it aggressively. And then, of course, he has his flashes, which I'm not really going to talk about the flashes. Those are cool and all. Most agents have flashes. These, they bounce off walls, and it looks kind of similar to a sky flash. Obviously not controlled the way that a sky flash is, but the look of the flash looks very similar to a sky flash. His teleport, though, could also be extremely powerful for lurking, where he is able to put his teleport orb somewhere really safe in his spawn, and then lurk into sight as soon as he gets into danger, just dip back to wherever he put that orb. Pushing it into sight, as you can see right now here on screen, it's moving forward. That seems like it's not going to be very easy to use, like trying to push it into sight, but I could see some scenarios where you combo it with some flashes and some smokes, where you could get into some really weird positions that the enemies won't expect you to be by, let's say, pushing that C ability into sight, like into a smoke, and then teleporting into it from a much longer distance than, say, an Omen could teleport. So his utility seems like it has some use to be aggressive and some use to be very passive, and I do really like that about him. I don't think he's going to be overpowered at the moment, but I could see where if someone masters this agent really well, it could be very annoying to play against him. And then I believe, there was a video that I was watching where someone mentioned, I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was that I was watching, but the interesting duo mechanic that you could have on a map like Bind with the teleporters, where you could essentially have Yoru put 2 of his footsteps through a teleporter, while Omen double TPs through a teleporter. That will essentially look like 4 people have teleported, and then them all being fakes. So that's very interesting. Just if you have both a Yoru and an Omen, which I'm sure most teams will, because you still need an Omen for smokes, because Brimstone isn't that powerful at the moment. I could definitely see having both a Omen and a Yoru on your team, if they both know how to use their utility, like their teleports and their flashes, them being very annoying to play against. Obviously, we'll have to see when the agent comes out. I believe we have like 10 days, roughly. I'm not sure exactly. I'd have to look. But roughly around 10 days. And then I will also be making a video about the Battle Pass, going over all the things in the new Battle Pass that have been released. And overall, I think this new set, this new season, is going to be really, really fun to play, but also annoying looking at how the meta is going to change with this new agent. I'm really curious to see what other agent balance things they do in this next season. I know they've talked about trying to fix the run and gun issue, which most people know personally I don't think is much of an issue, but I know other people find it an issue. So I'm very curious to see what this new season's going to look like. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'd appreciate it if you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and y'all take it easy.